Welcome to Tales for Learners. In today's video, you are going to learn how small motivational habits can change your life, and at the same time, you will practice English naturally. This is not just another video about tips. This is a journey. Every habit I share with you today will help you in two ways. First, it will train your brain to grow stronger, more focused, and more successful in life. Second, it will teach you English words, phrases, and sentences that you can repeat with me. So stay with me until the end. Because one small change today can transform your future completely. Let us begin with habit number 1. Habit 1. Wake up with purpose. Most people wake up and immediately reach for their phone. They check social media, news, or messages. And in that moment, they give control of their day to the outside world. But successful people, people who grow, wake up differently. They wake up with purpose. What does that mean? It means that as soon as you open your eyes, you tell yourself one powerful sentence. That sentence can be, "Today is my chance," or "I will grow today," or "I will speak English confidently." Say this with me now. Today is my chance. When you wake up with this purpose, your brain becomes alert. It feels energy. It feels direction. I remember reading the story of a student who wanted to improve his English for a job interview. Every morning, the first thing he said was, "I will speak clearly and confidently." After a few weeks, his confidence grew so much that he got the job. The lesson is simple. Start your day with intention, not distraction, and your life will follow that direction. Habit 2. Read every morning. When you feed your brain with words, ideas, and knowledge in the morning, you prepare it for success all day. Reading does not have to be long. Even 10 minutes can change the way you think. Imagine two people. One wakes up and scrolls social media. He sees gossip, negativity, and random noise. Another wakes up and reads 10 minutes of a positive book. He sees wisdom, hope, and clear thinking. Which person will live a better day? The answer is clear, and here is the English practice. Say this with me. Reading feeds my mind. Repeat again. Reading feeds my mind. You can choose anything that inspires you. A book, an article, even a short story. But the key is consistency. Reading daily builds your vocabulary, your imagination, and your motivation. When I started reading every morning, my mind felt sharper. My ideas flowed easily. And when I spoke English, I had more words to choose from. So remember this. What you feed your mind in the morning will shape your entire day. Habit 3. Write your thoughts. Writing is not just for authors or students. Writing is for everyone who wants clarity. Have you ever felt your mind was full of confusion, like too many open tabs on a computer? That is when writing helps. Take a notebook. Every morning, write down 3 things: what you are grateful for, what you will focus on, and one new English sentence you want to practice. For example, you can write, "I am grateful for my health. I will focus on my work today. My English sentence is, I am improving every day." Say this sentence now with me. I am improving every day. When you write your thoughts, you give them shape. You organize the chaos inside your head. And when you add English practice into your writing, your learning becomes personal and powerful. I once read about a man who struggled with stress. Every morning, he wrote just one page of his thoughts. Within weeks, his stress reduced. His focus improved. His life changed. So, write every day. Your notebook will become your silent coach. Habit 4. Move your body. Energy comes from motion. If your body is lazy, your brain will be lazy. Successful people understand this. That is why they start their day with some movement. It can be stretching, walking, dancing, or simple exercises. You do not need a gym. You just need to move. Here's the English phrase for today. Movement creates energy. Say it with me. Movement creates energy. When I was in college, I noticed that on the mornings I went for a short walk, my mind stayed fresh all day. On the days I skipped, I felt heavy and dull. Even science shows that physical movement increases blood flow to the brain. That means more focus, more memory, and more motivation. So make movement a daily habit. It is not about building muscles. It is about building energy for life and learning. Habit 5. Control your input. What you hear and see daily shapes who you become. If you listen to negative people, gossip, and bad news, your mind will feel weak. But if you choose positive content, motivating podcasts, and English lessons, your mind will grow strong. This is called input control. Just like food shapes your body, information shapes your brain. So ask yourself, what am I feeding my brain today? Say this phrase with me. Good input, good output. Again, good input, good output. A friend of mine used to waste hours watching random videos. He felt tired, unmotivated, and behind in his studies. Then he changed his input. He listened to motivational speeches and English learning videos. Within months, his attitude and English both improved. The rule is simple. Protect your mind. Choose what enters. And what comes out of you will be powerful. Habit 6. Practice speaking daily. Learning English is not just about reading or listening. The real power comes when you open your mouth and speak. But many learners wait until they feel perfect. They think, I will speak when my grammar is better, or I will speak when I know more words. That day never comes. The truth is, fluency comes from practice, not perfection. Even 5 minutes of speaking every day can change your confidence. You can talk to yourself in the mirror. You can describe your day in English. You can repeat sentences from movies. Here's the phrase for you. Practice brings fluency. Say it with me. Practice brings fluency. I once met a student who studied English for years but never spoke. He was afraid of mistakes. Then one day, he started talking to himself for just 10 minutes daily. In 3 months, his hesitation disappeared. His confidence grew. So do not wait. Speak today. Speak daily. The more you speak, the more natural English becomes. Habit 7. Learn from stories. Our brains are wired for stories. We remember them better than facts. That is why children learn values through fairy tales. That is why cultures share wisdom through legends. When you learn English, use stories. Read short stories. Watch movies. Listen to podcasts that tell real-life events. Then repeat the sentences, copy the rhythm, and feel the emotions. Say this phrase with me. Stories make learning easy. Again, stories make learning easy. For example, when you hear the story of the Titanic, you not only remember the tragedy, but also learn words like iceberg, rescue, hope, and loss. The emotions make the words stick. When I was learning new vocabulary, I used to link each word to a story. Today, years later, I still remember them. Why? Because the story kept them alive. So, if you want to grow in English and in life, fill your days with stories. Think about this. A child in America or Britain does not sit with grammar books all day. They learn English naturally because the language is everywhere around them. It is in the songs, in the TV shows, in the conversations. You can do the same. Change your phone to English. Watch movies with English subtitles. Listen to songs and repeat the lyrics. Label things in your home: chair, table, window, mirror. Say this phrase: surround me with English. Again, surround me with English. One of my friends learned French this way. He changed everything around him into French. In 6 months, he was speaking better French than students who went to language classes. Your environment is a silent teacher. If English is always around you, your brain cannot escape it. Slowly, it becomes natural. Habit 9. Focus on one habit at a time. Many learners try to do everything at once. They buy grammar books, vocabulary lists, apps, and courses. They want to learn fast, but instead of progress, they feel stress. The secret is to focus. Build one habit at a time. First, master daily reading, then add writing, then add speaking. Slowly, one on top of another, your habits become strong. Say this phrase: one habit at a time. Repeat: one habit at a time. I remember a student who wanted to change his life. He made a list of 10 habits, but after 2 weeks he dropped them all. Later he started again with just one, reading 10 minutes a day. After 1 month he added writing. After 2 months he added speaking. Within a year his English improved more than ever before. So, take it slow, focus deeply, and let one habit become a foundation for the next. Habit 10. Celebrate small wins. Progress in English and in life is slow. Sometimes you may feel like nothing is changing, but the truth is, every small win matters. Did you learn one new word today? Celebrate it. Did you complete 1 page of a book? Celebrate it. Did you speak for 2 minutes without stopping? Celebrate it. Say this phrase: small wins build big success. Say it again. Small wins build big success. I once coached a learner who always complained. She said, "My English is still bad. I am not fluent." But when I asked her, "Did you understand the news headline today?" she said yes. When I asked, "Did you explain something to your friend in English?" she said yes. These were small wins. She never celebrated them. When she started to notice and celebrate small wins, her motivation grew. And with motivation, her speed increased. So remember, you do not climb a mountain in one jump. You climb it step by step, and each step deserves celebration. Habit 11. Celebrate small wins. One of the most powerful ways to stay motivated in learning English is to celebrate small wins. Many learners focus only on the big goal, like speaking fluently or passing an exam. But progress happens step by step. When you finish a chapter, when you remember a new word, when you complete a conversation in English without switching to your native language, celebrate it. You do not need a big celebration. Even saying to yourself, "I did it today," creates a sense of achievement. This small moment of recognition gives your brain a dose of motivation. Over time, these small wins build a habit of positivity and progress. So from now on, train yourself to pause and smile at every little step. Small wins create big results. Habit 12. Practice. Active. Listening. Listening is often ignored by learners who focus too much on speaking or grammar. But active listening is a secret tool for fluency. Active listening means giving full attention to what you hear and trying to understand not just words, but also tone, context, and emotion. Instead of listening passively, like background music, try to repeat phrases in your mind, notice sentence structure, or write down new words. When you watch English movies, don't just read subtitles. Listen carefully and ask yourself, how did they say this phrase? What was the intonation? By practicing this habit daily, your ear will adapt to different accents and speeds. Slowly, your brain will start processing English as naturally as your first language. Habit 13. Use English in daily thinking. Have you noticed that most of your daily thoughts are in your native language? This slows down your English fluency because every time you speak, your brain translates. To break this, start practicing thinking in English directly. For example, if you are cooking, say in your mind, "I am cutting vegetables. I will add salt. Now I will boil water." If you are walking outside, describe what you see. The sky is clear, children are playing, a car is passing. This habit may feel strange at first, but it is very powerful. Slowly, your mind will stop translating and start producing English naturally. The more you train this, the faster your speaking speed will grow. Habit 14. Learn phrases, not just words. A common mistake in learning English is to memorize single words. The problem is, words are not enough. You need phrases. For example, the word run can be used in many ways. Run fast, run away, run a business, run into someone. If you only know the word, you may get confused in real conversation. But if you learn phrases, you can use them naturally. Instead of just run, memorize run a company, run into a problem, or run late. This makes your English sound real and fluent. Phrases also save time in speaking because you don't need to build sentences word by word. So, make it a daily habit to collect phrases from books, movies, and conversations. Write them in a notebook, review them, and practice using them. Habit 15. Repeat to remember. Many learners forget what they study because they do not repeat it. Human memory is tricky. If you learn something once, you may forget it after a few days. But when you review it again and again, it becomes permanent. This is called spaced repetition. For example, if you learn a new word today, review it tomorrow, then after 2 days, then after a week, then after a month. Each time you repeat, your brain strengthens the memory. This is how long-term knowledge is built. So, make a habit of repeating old lessons while learning new ones. Repetition is not boring. It is the master key to fluency. Habit 16. Speak without fear of mistakes. One of the biggest barriers to fluency is fear. Many learners think, what if I make mistakes? What if people laugh? What if I sound wrong? But remember, mistakes are proof that you are learning. Every child makes mistakes when learning their first language. Do you think they stop speaking? No. They keep trying until they succeed. The same rule applies to English. Make it a habit to speak even if you are not perfect. In fact, the more mistakes you make, the more chances you have to improve. Over time, mistakes will decrease and fluency will grow. So, from today, promise yourself, I will not wait to be perfect. I will speak and learn on the way. Habit 17. Shadow native speakers. Shadowing is a powerful technique that improves pronunciation and rhythm. It means listening to a native speaker and immediately repeating what they say, almost like an echo. This trains your mouth muscles and ear at the same time. For example, play a short video clip, listen to one sentence, and repeat it exactly, matching tone and speed. At first, it may feel fast or difficult, but with daily practice, your pronunciation will become clear and your speech will sound more natural. This is how actors learn accents, and you can do the same. Make shadowing a daily habit for at least 10 minutes, and you will notice a big improvement. Habit 18. Write every day. Writing is a habit that strengthens all areas of language. When you write, you practice grammar, vocabulary, and sentence structure. Start simple. Write a diary in English. Even 2 or 3 sentences are enough. Today I studied for 1 hour. I met my friend. We talked about movies. Slowly increase to longer texts. Describe your day, write your goals, or summarize a story. Writing also gives you a record of your progress. When you read your old entries after a few months, you will see how much you improved. So, make it a daily habit, even if it's just 5 minutes. Writing every day builds fluency for life. Habit 19. Surround yourself with English. Your environment plays a big role in learning. If you only use English during study time, progress will be slow. But if you surround yourself with English all day, your brain will adapt quickly. Change your phone language to English. Follow English speaking pages on social media. Watch English YouTube channels, listen to English podcasts, read English blogs. Even when you are not actively studying, you are passively learning. This habit creates an English-rich environment that accelerates learning naturally. The more your brain sees and hears English, the faster it becomes part of you. Habit 20. Stay consistent. Finally, the most important habit is consistency. Many learners start with great energy, but stop after a few weeks. Remember, fluency is not built in one day. It is built in small steps every day. Even 20 minutes daily is more powerful than 5 hours once a week. The secret is not intensity, but consistency. Make English a part of your life, like brushing your teeth or drinking water. Something you do without thinking. Over months and years, this daily effort will make you fluent naturally. So stay consistent, no matter how small the step is. Now that we have gone through these 20 habits, it is important to understand that habits are not just actions. Habits are the invisible systems that shape your daily life. If you build good habits with English, you will improve automatically without forcing yourself every single day. The difference between struggling learners and fluent learners is not talent, it is habits. Let us now go deeper into each habit, adding more detail and practical steps so that you can apply them in your own life. Let's revisit habit 1. Read every day. Reading daily is powerful, but many learners ask, what should I read? The answer is simple. Start with what you enjoy. If you love sports, read articles about your favorite sport. If you love business, read business news. If you enjoy stories, read simple novels. The more interest you have, the easier it will be to continue. Do not force yourself to read difficult books from the beginning. Start with children's books if necessary. Even newspapers like The Guardian or New York Times have sections written in simple English. Remember, the goal is not to impress others, but to improve yourself. Over time, increase the difficulty of your reading material. One day, you will look back and realize you are reading without a dictionary. Now, habit 2. Write every day. Writing helps organize thoughts, but many learners do not know what to write. Here is a tip. Every morning, write a journal entry. Just write what you plan to do today. At night, write what you actually did. This creates a cycle of reflection and planning. Another idea is to write messages as if you were talking to a friend in English. For example, write, "Hey, today I learned 5 new words. I felt nervous speaking, but I tried." By doing this, you create a personal conversation with yourself. Over months, this diary becomes a record of your progress. Habit 3. Speak out loud. Many learners think speaking means talking to others, but before you can do that, you must talk to yourself. Stand in front of a mirror and practice. Look into your eyes and say sentences like, "I am learning English. I am getting better every day. I will be fluent soon." At first you may feel shy or silly, but slowly you will gain confidence. The mirror gives you immediate feedback. You can see your facial expressions and mouth movement. This prepares you for real conversations with others. Habit 4. Listen daily. Listening is the foundation of fluency. To train listening, do not just listen to random English content. Choose something you enjoy but stay consistent with it. For example, follow one English podcast and listen to every episode. If you like stories, listen to audiobooks. If you prefer real conversations, listen to interviews. At first, you may understand only 30 or 40%. That is normal. Do not give up. Repeat the same audio many times. Your brain will start catching more words each time. Listening daily is like watering a plant. It grows slowly, but surely. Habit 5. Learn actively, not passively. Passive learning means just watching videos or reading without focus. Active learning means using the content. For example, when you read a sentence, underline a new word and try to use it in your own sentence. When you watch a video, pause and repeat what the speaker said. When you listen to a podcast, write down 3 key phrases. This way, you are not just a consumer of English, you are an active creator. Active learners improve faster because they engage with the language deeply. Habit 6. Surround yourself with English. Many learners live in countries where English is not spoken daily. But in today's digital world, you can create your own English environment. Change your phone settings to English. Use English for Google searches. Follow English-speaking YouTubers and influencers. Put sticky notes on objects in your house. Mirror, door, table. Every time you see them, you remember the English word. This habit surrounds your brain with constant English input. Habit 7. Review regularly. This is one of the most ignored habits. Learners often study something once and then move to the next topic, but memory does not work that way. Without review, you forget. To review, use a spaced repetition system. Day 1. Learn new words. Day 2. Review them. Day 4. Review again. Day 7. Another review. Slowly increase the gap. This way, your memory becomes permanent. Apps like Anki or Quizlet help automate spaced repetition, but even a notebook with dates works. The key is regular review, not one-time study. Habit 8. Practice shadowing. This habit is a game changer. Choose a short video clip of a native speaker. Play one sentence, pause, and repeat exactly with the same tone and speed. Then play again and shadow without pausing, trying to speak at the same time. At first it feels difficult, but after days of practice you will notice your pronunciation, rhythm, and confidence improving. Shadowing also teaches natural expressions that textbooks cannot. Habit 9. Set small goals. Big goals like, I will become fluent, feel heavy and far away. Small goals feel achievable. Instead of saying, I will learn 1,000 words, say, I will learn 5 new words today. Instead of saying, I will speak English fluently, say, I will introduce myself in English today. Each small goal gives you success, and these successes add up to fluency. Habit 10. Stay consistent. Consistency is the mother of success. Without it, no habit works. Even if you are busy, spend at least 15 minutes daily with English. If you miss a day, do not feel guilty, but do not miss 2 days in a row. 1 day missed is a break. 2 days missed is the beginning of a bad habit. Make English practice as natural as eating or brushing your teeth. Now let us dive deeper into the second half of the habits, giving you more real-life techniques and examples. These will help you apply the habits practically, not just in theory. For example, Habit 11. Celebrate small wins. A small win could be successfully ordering food in English at a restaurant, or watching a YouTube video and understanding the main idea without subtitles. Do not ignore these. Say to yourself, I did it. Maybe even reward yourself. A piece of chocolate, a short break, or a smile in the mirror. These small celebrations give you emotional energy to continue. Habit 12. Practice active listening. A great way to train is to watch an English video once with subtitles, then again without subtitles. Pause after each line, repeat it, and try to guess the meaning before checking. Over time, your brain will connect sound and meaning automatically. Habit 13. Think in English. This is one of the hardest but most rewarding habits. To practice, start with simple sentences. I am hungry. I am walking. The weather is hot. Slowly increase to more complex thoughts. If I study for 1 hour today, I will feel proud tomorrow. At first, you will run out of words, but this is good because you discover what you do not know. Then you can look it up and add it to your vocabulary. Habit 14. Learn phrases, not words. Instead of writing just opportunity, write take an opportunity. Instead of decision, write make a decision. English uses collocations, word pairs that naturally go together. Native speakers use these without thinking, and if you learn them, your English will sound natural too. Habit 15. Repeat to remember. Use the rule of 5. Every time you learn something new, repeat it 5 times in different ways. Say it, write it, listen to it,
read it, and use it in a sentence. This multi-sensory repetition locks it into your brain. Habit 16. Learn from mistakes. Many learners are afraid of making mistakes. They think mistakes make them look weak or foolish, but in truth, mistakes are teachers. Every mistake shows you exactly where you need to improve. Without mistakes, you cannot grow. Here is how to use this habit. Whenever you make a mistake, write it down. Then create a correct version and repeat it 5 times. For example, if you said, "He go to school yesterday," instead of "he went to school yesterday," write both sentences. Practice the correct one until it feels natural. Say this phrase with me. Mistakes are my teachers. Again, mistakes are my teachers. Remember, no successful English learner reached fluency without mistakes, so do not hide from them. Use them. Habit 17. Use English in daily life. Do not keep English locked inside study books. Bring it into your real life. Write your grocery list in English. Talk to yourself while cooking. Say your thoughts in English when walking. If you are on social media, comment in English. If you play games, play with English settings. Every small use of English in daily life connects the language to your reality. You stop seeing English as a school subject, and you start living it. And when you live English, you grow without even noticing.
Habit 18. Teach what you learn. One of the best ways to master something is to teach it. When you explain a word, a phrase, or a grammar rule to someone else, you understand it more deeply yourself. You do not need a classroom. You can teach your friend, your sibling, or even record a video for yourself. Say this phrase with me. Teaching makes me stronger. Again, teaching makes me stronger. I remember a student who used to explain every new word he learned to his younger brother. Slowly, both of them improved, and the student himself became more confident because he was no longer just a learner, he was also a teacher. Habit 19. Stay patient and persistent. Fluency does not come in a week. Sometimes it does not come even in a year. It is a journey. And like any journey, there will be ups and downs. Some days you will feel progress. Some days you will feel stuck. That is normal. Think of it like going to the gym. One workout will not change your body, but 100 workouts will. In the same way, one English session may feel small, but 100 sessions will transform you. The secret is patience and persistence. Stay on the road and you will arrive at fluency. Habit 20. Believe in yourself. The final habit is belief. If you do not believe you can improve, you will give up. But if you believe, even a little, that one day you will speak fluently, you will keep going. Say this with me. I believe in my English. Again, I believe in my English. Belief is not magic. It is fuel. It keeps you practicing when others stop. It makes you stand up again after failure. It keeps your dream alive. Now let us bring everything together. Conclusion. You have now learned 20 habits that can change your English and change your life. These are not tricks, not shortcuts, not quick fixes. They are systems. If you follow them, they will slowly, steadily, and surely transform you. You will read better, write better, speak better, and think better in English. And as your English grows, your confidence will grow, your career will grow, and your opportunities will grow. Remember, fluency is not about knowing every grammar rule. It is about using English every day in small and simple ways. It is about surrounding yourself with the language, practicing without fear, celebrating progress, and staying consistent. I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Imagine yourself 6 months from now. You are having a conversation in English without hesitation. You are reading a book and smiling because you understand. You are writing messages and feeling proud. That future is real. It is possible. And it starts today with small habits. So, here is your action. Choose one habit. Just one. Start today. Do not wait for tomorrow. And once that habit is strong, add another. Slowly, you will build a chain of habits that will never break. Thank you for spending this time with me today. You are not just learning English, you are building a better life. And I believe in you. If you found this video helpful, practice these habits daily. Share your favorite one in the comments. And subscribe to this channel, Tales for Learners, for more inspiring lessons and stories. Remember, your journey is just beginning. Let us grow together.